I'm Emma, 13, sitting in my room where Mom's Vegas text broke everything. She married some guy called Dad Pathetic and left us. I thought she loved me, but now I'm lost, watching Dad fight back. If your family's ever fallen apart, tell me how you kept going. Smash like, subscribe to Revenge Lola, and share in the comments. How'd you find your way? It was a Tuesday night in spring 2025, past midnight, and I was awake in my bedroom, my fairy lights glowing soft. I'm Emma, 13, a 7th grader who loved Mom's hugs and Dad's bad pancake flips. Our house smelled of laundry and pizza, a normal home, I thought. But at 2:47 a.m., I heard Dad's phone buzz downstairs. I tiptoed out, seeing him on the couch, his face pale under the lamp. Mom, Linda, texted from Vegas where she was at a work conference. The message said she married William, her coworker, with a photo of them grinning at a cheesy chapel. She wrote she'd been cheating for 8 months, called Dad pathetic with limp dick energy. I didn't know what that meant, but it hurt to read. Dad typed cool, his fingers slow, then started calling people. I hid, my pajamas cold, as he canceled Mom's credit cards. She used his, I knew from their fights about bills. He changed bank passwords, then called a locksmith, paying $300 to swap our locks by 5 a.m. He changed the garage code too, his hands steady but eyes far away. I crept back to bed, my stuffed bunny tight, the city outside quiet, streetlights, a stray dog barking. Mom's photo burned in my head, her smile fake, not the one she gave me at my school play. I thought of Dad, who worked late to buy my new bike, $200 he saved up. The mom was supposed to be working, but she was marrying someone else, leaving us like we didn't matter. I didn't understand why she'd lie, why she'd call Dad names. The house felt empty, its warmth gone, like a story I'd misread. Dad saved her text I saw later for proof, he said. I wondered if Mom even remembered me, her only kid, or if William's shiny promises were better than our pizza nights. The city slept, cars hushed, a neighbor's TV faint, but I couldn't, my heart heavy with Mom's words, her betrayal a crack in our home. Dad went to bed, his steps heavy, not knowing I'd seen it all. I lay there, the fairy lights dim, thinking of Mom's last hug, now a ghost. She'd broken us, and Dad's cool was all he had left, a wall against her cruelty. I clutched my bunny, the world outside moving on, but our family was stuck, my mom's text a wound I couldn't touch, in a city that didn't see our pain. Morning came, and I woke to pounding on our door, my room still dark. My eyes puffy from crying over Mom's Vegas text. Downstairs, 2 cops stood, their radios crackling, saying Mom called, claiming Dad locked her out and stole her stuff. I hid on the stairs, my hoodie loose, hearing Dad's voice, calm but hard. He showed them Mom's text, the one saying she married William with the chapel photo. She's not my wife anymore, he said, and I saw the younger cop hide a smile. The older one radioed Mom, saying she needed a lawyer, not them. I heard her yell through the static, angry, and my stomach twisted. Cops left, warning Dad not to touch Mom's things, and he nodded, saying her boxes were ready. That afternoon, I was in my room, my math homework untouched, when I heard shouting outside. Mom was there with William, Grandma Barbara, and Aunt Susan, their car parked crooked. I peeked through my blinds, the city alive, kids biking, a mail truck humming. Mom screamed that Dad was cruel, locking her out. William, tall with slick hair, looked nervous, like he didn't want to be there. Grandma called the cops again, but Dad reminded her they'd already come. Aunt Susan yelled he was a psycho, and I wanted to run out, tell them to stop, but I was scared. Dad said they had 1 hour to take Mom's boxes from the garage, then threatened to tell their company's HR about Mom and William dating, which could get them fired. I didn't know what HR was, but William's face went pale. Mom cried, loud sobs, saying Dad was abusing her, but he didn't flinch, just pointed to the boxes. I saw Mom try her credit card at a U-Haul later. It didn't work, and William paid, looking mad. I sat on my bed, the city sounds, laughter, a lawnmower, far away. I wanted Mom to say sorry, to hug me like before, but she was fighting Dad, not coming back. I thought of Dad's late nights, his construction job paying for my dance classes, $50 a week. Mom's tears felt fake, like when she'd promised to watch my recitals but didn't. The house smelled of dust now, Mom's perfume gone. I wondered if she'd ever loved us, or if William's promises were all she saw. Dad stayed strong, but I saw his hands shake when he closed the garage. I hid under my blanket, the city moving on, dogs barking, a radio playing, but our home was a battlefield, Mom's fight a storm I couldn't stop in a city that didn't care. Days passed, and I was trying to act normal at school, but kids stared, whispering about my family. Mom had posted on Facebook calling Dad a narcissist who trapped her in a loveless marriage, saying she had to run to William. Grandma Barbara and Aunt Susan shared it, and I saw it on my phone, my locker cold against my back. I wanted to scream. Mom was lying, but people believed her. Some of Dad's friends texted me asking if I was okay, but I didn't reply, too ashamed. Dad didn't say much, just worked on his laptop, his friend David helping. David, a tech guy, found old Facebook messages between Mom and William going back a year. They showed Mom planning to cheat, bragging she'd secure the bag before leaving Dad, even taking cash from Dad's grocery account, money for our food, my school supplies. She'd written, "He's so stupid," about Dad, and I felt sick reading it in my room, my fairy lights dim. Dad posted those messages online, not saying much, just letting them speak. The city buzzed outside, school buses and neighbors' grill, but Mom's story fell apart. Her friends stopped liking her posts, and my friend Lily said her mom called mine a liar. I was proud of Dad, but it hurt seeing Mom's name dragged. I remembered her baking cookies with me, her laugh, but those messages showed a stranger. At school, a girl asked if my mom was that Vegas lady, and I ran to the bathroom crying. Dad came home, saw my red eyes, and hugged me, his jacket smelling of sawdust. "We're enough," he said, but I wasn't sure. Mom's lies spread like smoke, tainting our house, our street, where kids played tag unaware. I thought of Dad's savings, how he'd paid $300 for new locks to keep us safe. Mom had stolen from us, not just love, but money for my lunches, $20 a week. I wondered why she hated Dad, why she didn't care about me. The city moved, horns, a church choir, but I felt stuck, my heart heavy with Mom's words online, her betrayal a weight I carried to school. Dad kept working, his laptop glowing late, fighting Mom's lies with truth. I hid in my room, my homework untouched, the world outside alive but far, Mom's posts a wound that kept bleeding, in a city that saw our shame and kept going. A week later, I was sitting on our porch, the city warm with spring, birds chirping, a sprinkler hissing. Mom's world was crashing, and I saw it unfold, my heart torn. She tried sneaking into our house at 3 a.m., screaming about Grandma's jewelry, but Dad's new cameras caught her and there was no jewelry. Grandma was alive, wearing it. Mom lied about Dad killing a cat we never had. I'm allergic like him. She even got William's mom, Sarah, to call Dad, begging him to take her back, saying William couldn't afford a wife. I overheard Dad on the phone laughing, saying, "Not my problem." Mom claimed she was drunk in Vegas, wanting to cancel the marriage, and said she deserved half our house. I was in my room, my stuffed bunny close, when Dad told me his lawyer laughed at her. Mom's texts proved she planned it for a year, calling it bigamy, another word I didn't know, but it sounded bad. The judge gave Dad the divorce, saying Mom got her stuff and her car, still on payments, plus she had to pay Dad $500 a month for 6 months because he'd paid for her work classes. I saw Dad smile, but I felt empty, thinking of Mom's old lullabies now gone. She lost her job with William after Dad told their HR about their dating, against company rules. William left her for a 22-year-old bartender, and I heard it from Lily's mom, who saw Mom crying at a cafe. I wanted to hug her but remembered her texts, her lies about Dad. The city kept moving, kids skating, a radio playing jazz, but Mom's life stopped. I thought of our house where Dad hung my art, $5 frames he bought. Mom had thrown that away for William, who lived in his mom's basement. I wondered if she ever thought of me, her kid, or if I was just part of her old life. Dad's lawyer showed me the judge's face, almost laughing at Mom's excuses. I felt sorry for her but angry. She'd hurt us and now she was alone. The house was quiet, Dad's coffee mug on the table, the city outside alive but far. Mom's plan, her shiny Vegas dream, was dust, and I was left picking up pieces, my heart split between pity and pain, in a city that didn't pause for her fall. Months later, I was in our new condo downtown, the city's lights bright through my window, cars honking, a street performer's guitar. Dad sold our house, made a big profit, and moved us here, the walls fresh with paint, no trace of Mom. He started dating Jennifer, a gym lady who brought me hot chocolate, writing "Not William" on the cup, making me laugh. I liked her, but I was still figuring out Mom's betrayal, my heart a puzzle. Dad was happier, said Mom won stupid prizes for her games, his lawyer framing her Vegas marriage paper as his easiest case. Mom was living with Grandpa, her job gone, William engaged to that bartender. I heard Grandma Barbara got banned from Starbucks, yelling at baristas, and Aunt Susan posted about toxic family, probably Mom. Sarah, William's mom, was suing Mom for emotional damages, which Dad found hilarious. I sat in my new room, my fairy lights rehung, the city alive, markets, a festival's drums, but I felt half here. I missed Mom's bedtime stories, her old promises to take me to dance camp, $300 she never saved. I wondered why she chose William, why she called Dad names, why she forgot me. School, kids stopped whispering, but I kept my head down, my sketchbook full of sad drawings. Dad took me to the zoo, $20 tickets, his laugh back, but I saw him check his phone, maybe scared Mom would try again. Jennifer said Mom made her own mess, but I couldn't hate her, not fully. I thought of Mom's last text saying Dad ruined her life, but Dad replied he was happy, then blocked her. The city moved, buses, a neighbor's dog, but I was stuck trying to trust Dad's new life. He got $500 a month from Mom, petty cash, he said, but it meant she'd lost. I remembered our old house, Mom's perfume, now replaced by Jennifer's coffee. I was learning family wasn't just Mom, it was Dad who stayed, who paid my school fees, $1,000 a term. I sketched him, his tired eyes, and hung it up. The city's pulse, laughter, a siren, felt closer now, Dad's strength a light. I wasn't okay, but I was trying, my heart finding a new home in a city that let Dad rebuild while I learned to let Mom go. Mom left us for a Vegas lie, and I lost her, but Dad showed me family is who stays. I'm Emma, 13, still hurting but growing. Someone broke your home, how'd you heal? Share below, smash like, subscribe to Revenge Lola, share if you're rebuilding. Emma signing off, finding my way one day at a time.